Ji to start his deliberation. Over to Sanjay Ji.
Good afternoon, President. Good afternoon, other office bearers and other participants of the DTP and other members. Before I start, I must confess that I am not a very good speaker. So during the course of my deliberation and sharing my experience, if something you feel, kindly ignore it, excuse me. Further, before I start, I just wanted to know why we need this paperless. What does it mean by the paperless office? During this pandemic, all of us feel that our office documents and other papers are lying at our office, but we don't have any control on those documents unless we have saved those documents and data in our clouds or in our servers. Most of our chartered accountants, I'm talking about the chartered accountant practitioners, they were not supposed to be ready for keeping all those documents in their house. And even they have not brought their system along with them. We, on Saturday, just one day prior to the 22nd, we have brought our server, our systems here in the house. And our data are in the NAS, that is network attached storage. Everything is cloud. So we were able to work through our team. We are actually working around 50 to 60% capacity of our strength. But still it is very good. Sometimes we are doing the webinars, sometimes we are attending the seminars, all these things we are doing it. But coming back to the topic, why we are looking for the paperless? I think most of the chartered accountant and practitioners, they already have in paperless office to some extent. During filing our papers in ROC, income tax, most of the things we do have doing on scanning other things. So almost all of us are knowing about the concept of paperless office. Just we have to build those things and go for complete paperless. I would like to share some of the slides which I have prepared, and during the course of this slide discussion, we can go forward and have the query and we can answer it. I think it's visible.
Yes, we are visible.
Okay. I am describing those knowledge of my whatever I earned through last so many years of practicing. Some of the experience I learned from trial error methods. Some of the experience I learned from different hardwares, their knowledge, sharing their videos, and somehow from my instinct, some of the information I share with you. Before start, I want to give you some introduction about this digitalization, then analysis, real-time implementation, and advantage and challenges. Well, what is called a paperless office? I think most of an idea that paperless office means no documents. I think it is a myth. We have documents, but what we are doing it? We at the same time trying to use less the documents. Even after the audit, we have got a lot of papers with them. Sometimes more of the arts file there. What we are doing it? We are trying to take the scan copy maximum to the extent doing the scan of those papers, taking the scan copy from the client also, less of the hard copy, which are the minimum requirement. You can have good scanners, and from there you can scan those documents and keep those files with you. I will slowly let you know how to keep those information with you. But before that, a paperless office is a work environment in which the use of paper is greatly reduced, but it is not completely eradicated. And this is done by converting the documents other paper into digital form. This process is known as digitization. But user claims that going paperless can save money, boost productivity, save space, make documentation and information sharing easier. You find that during this course, we are doing a lot of webinars, lot of information training courses. We can do it through Zoom meetings and other medias are also there. So this is a sign of going paperless. The concept can be extended to communication outside the office as well. That is Zoom meeting, which I am talking now. In my view, there are 4 steps we can think of. The step 1 is planning. Most of us need to plan in advance that how far we are going to have this paperless office. We should look at the horizon around 3 to 4 years, not for 1 year. Short term is not required. Once you have looked for 3 to 4 years, you need the infrastructure, hardware, all these things are required. Accordingly, you have to plan for those things. to decide how much you are looking for going paperless. Say certain areas are there, the ROC documents are there, income tax documents are there, your audit documents are there. If you decide those areas which you are looking for paperless, you start planning for those things. To give an idea, we were planned to have our paperless office within a span of next 6 to 7 months. So what we have done it, we make compulsory that all the files which we are receiving from our client for doing audit working paper, that should mandatorily be scanned there. And all the documents which we are doing audit from clients, that also need to be kept in soft copy also. Only bare minimum requirements files are being taken in a hard copy. Then second part is implementation, how to implement. I presume that most of our chartered accountants, if those are small firms or they are senior chartered accountant practitioner, implementation is a tough part for them. They need some resource persons who can implement under their guidance. They plan it, then ask those persons to implement things. What we have done in our office, we have put some team members, young articles also there. They are going to implement all those things. Suppose we are using some HRMS, human resource planning. We are having some CCS like software. So those people are planning everything. Next, also that you have to look for how to keep your files in soft copy. We in our office having the system of year-wise, financial year-wise planning. So year 2020 to 1920 or 1819, under that head, we have got income tax, we have got ROC, we have got audit work, all these things. So under that again, we have got client-wise details are there. It's your choice how you are maintaining your hard copy or physical. That is up to you. You can have the client-wise also, and you can have the year-wise also. You can choose according to your choice. But at the same time, you have to look about the storage space also. Suppose you are looking for a larger area of your documentation to be digitalized, what you have to do? You have to require more storage. Hard disk capacity should be much more. Looking at that angle, you have to plan in advance that storage capacity, you have to buy it. Storage capacity can be localized or it can be on the cloud also. Cloud, you have capacity there, but that cost is lesser than the localized storage capacity. We'll deal those things subsequently once we go ahead during the course of presentation. Then next part is once you implement, you have started, but then the question arises safeguarding. If earlier days, you remember, all the files we kept in Almira have been kept in the lock and key. So that file were safe, nobody can take those files from the Almira. But now with this data is now the assets. Anyone can go and take your data if your systems are not safe there. Recently what happens, we came to know about few days back only this ransomware attack in some of my clients' office. Yesterday my friend called me and told me that is one of the server is being hacked by this ransomware and fully encrypted. So if your data are not safe through antivirus or through firewall and other access controls are there, it is quite difficult that this particular data and software all that remain safe with you. There are backup systems are also there, antivirus there, and then you must use the licensed software. In my office, we make a practice list. In the earlier stage of my career, I may not have this licensed software, but last 10 years, we have decided whatever machine we purchase, it should be licensed. It has all the software should be licensed original. We don't have any unlicensed software in our office. Either it is on cloud base or maybe in the localized server, but it is all licensed software. This licensed software always help you to prevent you from all these phishing attacks and malicious malware, all these things. In course of implementation, you also look for some good scanners. In subsequent slides, which are scanners we are using, I am giving the details there. But those scanners should be duplex scanner. Means once you put paper inside, one single go, it can scan both sides. There are other scanners also, those are called duplex. They will go twice. For one side, then again second side. But what I'm suggesting, you go for duplex scanners who can scan in a single go from both the sides. It will save a lot of time as well as they are very sturdy. But planning, implementation, safeguarding. Now you look for the upgradation. Merely implement and safeguarding your assets will not solve the problem. This technology evolving like anything. Earlier they used to say that even after 18 months, this upgradation required. This technology become obsolete. But now with the change of so many advancement of technology, my feeling is that even after 1 year, we feel that technology become obsolete. We used to buy this software, Microsoft Office license version earlier. Those were somewhere costly, but now with Office 365 and others, you will notice that this cost has come down like anything, and they are providing all the facility. You don't need to install those in your system also. It is cloud-based. So all the advantages are coming, which you were earlier with your Office software, other software. President, shall we ask the go for question here? Shyam?
Whatever way you are comfortable. If you want to make it interactive, then we can go for interactive session also.
I think it should be interactive because this is going to serve the purpose.
Okay, then what I will do, I'll allow participants to unmute if they want to speak.
Okay,
I'll not unmute all. If anybody wants to speak, they can unmute and they can ask the question.
Yeah, Sanjay, DN here.
Yeah, please, भैया बोलिए.
What is, how we can calculate the storage space required for, say, after scanning the documents? There are large files, lot of files. Scanning the document, how much storage it will take? How one will decide?
भैया इसमें ऐसा है ना, देखिए ये फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी आपको करना पड़ेगा. किस तरह मैं बता रहा हूँ, स्टोरेज का कॉस्ट इज कमिंग डाउन लाइक एनीथिंग. पहले टेट्राबाइट का हार्ड डिस्क बहुत महंगी थी. अभी 1 टेट्राबाइट का हार्ड डिस्क आपको बहुत महंगा नहीं है. आप 1 टेट्राबाइट इज एनफ फॉर यू फॉर नेक्स्ट 2-3 years. Maybe 1.5 years is comfortably can go for 1 terabyte. बट आप जो भी स्टोरेज परचेज कर रहे हैं उसका सिस्टम किस तरह हो सकता है. आप अगर कॉस्ट को कम करना चाहते हैं तो एक सिंगल बैकअप सर्वर भी, बैकअप हार्ड डिस्क भी काफी है. और बट अगर आपको लॉन्ग टर्म में सोचना है तो अगर आपके यहाँ 20-25 सिस्टम है तो सबको लिंक करना है तो आपको नेटवर्क अटैच स्टोरेज लेना पड़ेगा और जो फ्लेक्सिबल होता है. व्हाट वी आर यूजिंग इन आवर ऑफिस, वो एनएस जो यूज कर रहे हैं वो आपका हार्डली 10 इंची बाई 6 इंची का होगा और वो 32 टेराबाइट का हार्ड डिस्क स्टोरेज में कैपेसिटी है. 8 टीबी का एक हार्ड डिस्क है. वी कैन स्वैप दैट हार्ड डिस्क लाइव. सो 4 टीबी का 4 हार्ड डिस्क मतलब 32 टीबी का हार्ड डिस्क है. और 32 हार्ड डिस्क में क्या आराम है, वी कैन गो फॉर रेड. व्हाट इज रेड? रेड आपका उसके सिस्टम को सेफ रखता है. अगर किसी कारण से कुछ करप्शन भी होता है दैट विल रिकवर. तो रेड 0, रेड 1, रेड 5, रेड 10 ऐसे कैटेगरी है. रेड 10 is the highest level of category which we can use, but rate 5 is sufficient that we can give you back sufficient recovery time also and recovery of hard disk also there possible.
Okay.
ठीक है भैया.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you भैया. Any other question?
हाँ संजय जी, मैं रमेश चौखानी.
हाँ रमेश बोल.
मेरा कहना है कि आपने बोला लाइसेंस सॉफ्टवेयर, राइट?
हाँ जी बिल्कुल.
दूसरा बोला क्लाउड बेस्ड सॉफ्टवेयर होते हैं, तो क्लाउड बेस्ड में लाइसेंस सॉफ्टवेयर कौन से भी हैं और अच्छे हैं?
देखो ऑफिस 365 जो है तो लाइसेंस सॉफ्टवेयर है ना, क्लाउड बेस्ड है. तो आप ये उसको अपने लेंगे तो उसका क्या 2 सिस्टम है, एनुअल रेंट है, कुछ मंथली रेंट भी होगा. तो उसको अगर आप लेते हैं तो एक पर्टिकुलर लाइसेंस आपको 5 मशीन में यूज करने मिलता है. तो उस दिन मिस्टर बाठिया भी बोल रहे थे दैट क्लाउड का 365.
Yes.
तो 365 में सारा फीचर आपका माइक्रोसॉफ्ट ऑफिस, एक्सेल, पावर पॉइंट, एक्सेस सब उसमें अलाउ है. उसके अलावा बाकी उनके जो फीचर है माइक्रोसॉफ्ट टीम भी उसके संग में मिलता है आपको फ्री. और वन ड्राइव में 1 टेराबाइट का डाटा स्टोरेज भी मिलता है. इसके अलावा किस रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से क्लाउड बेस्ड सॉफ्टवेयर मिलता है जो कि आप परचेज कर सकते हो.
एक बार नाम फिर से बताएंगे सॉफ्टवेयर का? 365 जो बोल रहे थे, क्या बोल रहे थे पूरा?
ऑफिस 365 है ना माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का.
अच्छा,
देखो
हाँ.
माइक्रोसॉफ्ट ऑफिस 365 अपने को चाहिए ऑफिस के लिए. और इसके अलावा बाकी सॉफ्टवेयर है, मतलब टैक्सेशन के लिए हम लोग यूज करते हैं कंप्यूटर ऑफिस है. कंप्यूटर ऑफिस से क्लाउड बेस्ड है. तो क्लाउड बेस्ड सॉफ्टवेयर को वी कैन एक्सेस फ्रॉम एनीवेयर, फ्रॉम माय हाउस, फ्रॉम अदर ऑफिस, फ्रॉम एनीवेयर वी कैन एक्सेस. द डाटा विल रिमेन सेम. उसमें कोई चेंज नहीं होगा. वो एक ही जगह स्टोरेज हो रहा है, उसको वो लोग कहीं से भी अपने उसको यूज कर सकते हैं.
राइट. One more question, Sanjay.
हाँ.
I have subscribed for the trial period 1 month Office 365 Business Premium.
हाँ.
But how to install that in PC? मेरे पास वो की नंबर आ गया उसका.
की नंबर बाद में चाहिएगा आपके पास. माइक्रोसॉफ्ट ऑफिस में आप ऊपर जाओगे साइट में ना, उसको आप डाउनलोड करोगे डाउनलोड करने के बाद देन यू हैव टू पुट दैट नंबर, वो आएगा की नंबर का रिक्वायरमेंट आएगा.
अच्छा अच्छा.
वंस यू पुट दैट की नंबर वो ऑटोमेटिकली कंटिन्यू इंस्टॉल होते जाएगा.
Okay. So through Google we have to go.
तो कोई भी आपका वेब ब्राउजर के थ्रू जा सकते हैं ना. ब्राउजर के थ्रू
अच्छा.
जाके तो माइक्रोसॉफ्ट ऑफिस में जाना पड़ेगा. www.microsoft.com में जाएंगे. उसके बाद आपको ऑफिस का जो 365 का डाउनलोड का वहाँ लिंक है, यू स्टार्ट डाउनलोडिंग. वंस इट इज इंस्टॉल्ड दे इन द प्रोसेस दे विल आस्क द की नंबर.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sanjay ji, one Mr. Sunil Kumar Jain is asking what will be the hardware required. Probably you'll come to that.
I will tell you subsequently, but anyway, hardware depends on your requirement.
संजय भाई.
हाँ जी, बोलिए सर.
संजय भाई.
हाँ हाँ, हेलो
अजीत तुलसियान.
अजीत भाई बोलिए.
अच्छा संजय भाई, एक चीज बताइए कि जैसे अपने जो मीडियम टाइप के जो प्रैक्टिशनर हैं,
हाँ
जैसे सॉफ्टवेयर यूज करते हैं iPro, वेबिटेक्स, ये सब डेस्कटॉप बेस है.
हाँ.
और दूसरा चीज क्या है कि ऑफिस जो है जनरली अपनी टाइप की ऑफिस जो है वो बंद रहती है, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी स्विच ऑफ रहती है, सर्वर बंद रहता है, तो घर से तो कोई काम नहीं कर सकता. पहला कंडीशन है कि मेरे को सर्वर घर पे लाना पड़ेगा.
अच्छा,
बिना सर्वर चालू किए हम घर से कैसे काम करें?
ठीक है. अभी इसका आंसर ऐसा है, मैं बोलूं कि फर्दर कुछ पूछोगे? फर्दर कुछ पूछना भैया आपको?
ये हमको एक तो सर्वर का सॉल्यूशन बताइए, और जो डेस्कटॉप बेस्ड सॉफ्टवेयर है सभी का तो क्लाउड बेस्ड सॉफ्टवेयर निकला नहीं है. जैसे वेबटेक्स अभी हार्ड डेस्कटॉप ही है.
हाँ,
वो अभी क्लाउड बेस्ड नहीं हुआ. आपका iPro है जो डेस्कटॉप बेस्ड है, वो भी क्लाउड बेस्ड नहीं है. तो इसका कोई उपाय है क्या?
ये प्रॉब्लम हमारे यहाँ फेस हो रहा था. हम लोग जब शनिवार को सब सिस्टम शिफ्ट किए हैं ऑफिस में घर लाने के लिए, तो वी थॉट कि व्हाट आर द मेन थिंग्स व्हिच रिक्वायर्ड ड्यूरिंग द कोर्स ऑफ लॉकडाउन. वी वर नॉट अवेयर कि लॉकडाउन इतना लंबा होगा. वी थॉट मे बी 7 days 10 days का स्टोरी होगा, बिकॉज सैटरडे को जब किए थे तो मोदी जी का अनाउंसमेंट नहीं आया था. इट वाज ओनली फॉर संडे ओनली. तो सैटरडे वी थॉट मेरा टैली एक पर्टिकुलर कंप्यूटर में लोड है, iPro एक अलग कंप्यूटर में लोड है, ये मेरे को 3-4 मशीन लाना ही पड़ेगा, क्योंकि जो डेस्कटॉप मशीन है दैट यू हैव टू ब्रिंग विथ यू. व्हाट वी हैव डन इट, हमारे जो सिस्टम सारे हैं ऑल इन वन है. इसमें अलग से आपके जो प्रोसेसर अलग से सेपरेटली केप्ट नहीं किया हुआ है. वो मॉनिटर के अंदर सब इनबिल्ट है, तो उसको लाना बहुत आसान था. तो उस तरह के डेस्कटॉप वर्जन को हमको ऑफिस से घर लाना ही था. अपार्ट फ्रॉम हमारे जो डाटाज हैं वो मेरे नेटवर्क स्टोरेज अटैच स्टोरेज में लोड था. नेटवर्क अटैच स्टोरेज बहुत ज्यादा वजन नहीं है, हार्डली 10 इंची बाय 6 इंची के आसपास का उसकी हाइट है. छोटा सा है, उसमें आप लाकर आराम से डाटा ले आए. और स्कैनर वगैरह जो मुझे चाहिए था, स्कैनर भी हमने घर ले आए. तो अबाउट ऑल दिस थिंग्स पॉसिबल हो कि ऑफिस पूरा रन कर पा रहे हैं. तो क्लाउड को छोड़ कर अगर आपके डेस्कटॉप में कोई सॉफ्टवेयर है तो आपको उसको लाना ही पड़ेगा, उसका कोई दूसरा उपाय नहीं है. या फिर एक ऑप्शन हो सकता था, वो अगर आपकी ऑफिस उस वक्त रन करती है दूसरी जगह, तो रिमोट से आपका जो टीम व्यूअर के थ्रू आप लोग एक्सेस कर सकते हैं. बट ऑफिस बंद है तो उसमें आप कुछ नहीं कर पाएंगे.
सर्वर तो ऑन रखना पड़ेगा ना उसके लिए.
हाँ, वो अब पॉसिबल नहीं कि इतना दिन ऑफिस में सर्वर रिस्की है.
रिस्की है फिर.
इसमें एक सजेशन दे अजीत भैया.
यस मोस्ट वेलकम.
जैसे iPro सॉफ्टवेयर की बात की ना, अगर iPro वाले और ऐसे सारे KGK वाले एक टेम्पररी सॉफ्टवेयर दे रहे हैं अभी, अगर किसी ने नहीं लाए हैं ऑफिस से तो टेम्पररी वो दे रहे हैं. अगर डेटा बैकअप है आपके पास तो आप स्टोर कर सकते हैं, और टेम्पररी काम चल जाएगा उसको विदाउट कॉस्ट. iPro भी KGK भी.
दैट्स गुड सजेशन मिल रहा है. अच्छा तो है
जी.
अजीत भैया डाटा लाएं आप?
मेरा क्लाउड्स में है सारा डाटा.
हाँ, तब तो हो जाएगा.
तब आपका काम हो
नहीं
जाएगा.
तो सॉफ्टवेयर नहीं रन कर सकते ना. काम
नहीं,
तो कर रहे हैं कि सॉफ्टवेयर रन नहीं कर पा रहे.
अगर टेम्पररी सॉफ्टवेयर आपको दे देंगे तो आप उसको डाउनलोड करके उस पर डाटा को लिंक कर.
वो दे रहा है, वो देख के आपका जो बैकअप है उसको रिस्टोर कर दे रहा है, जिससे कि आप काम कर पा रहे हैं आराम से.
यस डाटा यदि
नंबर चाहिए तो सहर्ष कानूजिया जी का नंबर दे सकता हूँ iPro वाले का, उनका नंबर नोट कर लें.
है सर, है मेरे.
बस तो वो कानूजिया जी करवा देंगे. एक बार फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट दे रहे हैं, टेम्पररी लाइसेंस देंगे.
लाइक टैली में भी कर रहे हैं ना, टैली वाला भी कराते हैं.
टैली कर.
हेलो
संजय भैया.
हाँ, बरका बोलो.
भैया इसके अपने रिमोट डेस्कटॉप वगैरह का सिस्टम कुछ नहीं कर सकते क्या, जैसे VPN? तो उससे भी तो जैसे आपने डेस्कटॉप वर्जन भी रहता है तो कहीं से भी चल सकता है.
नहीं, वो चल सकता है, बट जहाँ पर ओरिजिनली सर्वर या कहीं पर लोड है सॉफ्टवेयर, उसको तो ऑन करना पड़ेगा ना.
हाँ नहीं, वो बात समझ गई. अगर हाँ, जैसे कि अभी जैसे अजीत भैया का जो क्वेश्चन था उससे
हाँ।
रिलेटेड अगर मान लीजिए अगर अपने को पता होता है या अपने अभी भी कर पाए, तो जैसे कोई भी सर्वर जैसे मैंने किया है, सर्वर एक लेके रिमोट डेस्कटॉप का यूजर आईडी 6-7 लेके सारे सॉफ्टवेयर को वहां से सरेंडर करके उस पर अपलोड कर दिया एक बार, और डेटा
Yes,
सारा क्लाउड पे है,
that is the same thing
तो
we
क्या कि वो कोई भी एक्सेस कर पा रहा है डेटा,
yes, same
सॉफ्टवेयर
thing
चला पा रहा है।
same thing we have done it in our office. बैक ऑफिस टीम काम करी, किसी को टाली चाहिए, किसी को आईप्रो चाहिए, तो टीम व्यूअर के थ्रू वो कनेक्टेड है, दे कैन डू एवरीथिंग, वो कर पा रहे, वो पॉसिबल है।
वो टीमवीवर तो अलग हो गया, रिमोट का वीपीएन वाला भी अपने कर सकते हैं।
रिमोट वीपीएन सब टेक्निकली सबके बस की बात नहीं, बट हाँ दोस्त
हाँ।
को आइडिया है, जो उनके बैकअप टीम वाले कोई आदमी है जो बतला सकते हैं, टेक्निकल आदमी, देन दे कैन डू इट।
हेलो संजय।
हाँ, यस, बोल बाजूरिया।
संजय, कैन यू हियर मी?
या प्लीज टेल मी।
हाँ, ये जो अभी रिमोट सॉफ्टवेयर का टैली वाला भी दे रहा था ना, ये जो भी
हाँ, यस यस यस,
टेम्परेरी टैली वाला भी शायद।
हाँ हाँ,
अच्छा, और इसमें एक बात ये था कि जैसे जो भी एग्जिस्टिंग सिस्टम है, एग्जिस्टिंग सिस्टम में मान लो कि भाई लाइसेंस सॉफ्टवेयर नहीं,
हाँ हाँ,
और उसमें जो भी लोअर वर्जन अभी विंडोज 7 का या वो 7 का या वो सब चल रहा है पुराना, तो उसमें अगर हम ऑफिस 365 में अगर अपग्रेड करते हैं तो इज दैट पॉसिबल?
नहीं, दोनों चीज
विंडोज 10 चाहिए
संजय, अलग अलग चीज हो गया। पहला बात तो ऑफिस 365 का ऐसे कोई लेन देन नहीं टैली से, ठीक है। अब टैली का जो वर्जन का डाटा अपने पास में है, अगर वो वर्जन का डाटा से अपने उससे अपर वर्जन यूज किए तो पॉसिबल है, बट अगर लोअर वर्जन
से कोई रिलेशन नहीं है, दैट आई अंडरस्टैंड। व्हाट आई एम सेइंग इज,
हाँ,
टैली को उससे अलग कर दे। हम ये बोल रहे हैं कि अभी जो अपना सिस्टम्स है, सिस्टम्स में लाइसेंस सॉफ्टवेयर नहीं है,
ठीक है, ठीक है,
और
ठीक है।
उसमें जो भी है वर्जन अभी नेचुरली पुराना वर्जन। तो आज जैसे लॉकडाउन में हम एक बार भी इसको करने गए थे, लेकिन वो उस फियर से कि भी कहीं अपना बाकी डेटा कुछ गड़बड़ नहीं हो जाए लैपटॉप को, डर से उसको किए नहीं। तो इज इट ओके इफ वी इंस्टॉल ऑफिस 365 ऑनलाइन नाउ एंड स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन इट?
संजय, आई एम टेलिंग यू देयर आर फ्यू थिंग्स। अभी जितना भी वर्जन है ऑफिस 365 या विंडोज जो भी है, दे ऑलमोस्ट आर 64 बिट। अर्लियर वर्जन विंडो का जो 32 बिट था, अगर हमारे पास 10 उससे ठीक नेक्स्ट लोअर लेवल का जो विंडो है वहां तक ठीक है, बट अगर उससे काफी पहले का विंडो अगर होगा तो उसमें काम नहीं करेगा। और सिस्टम को प्रोसेस करने के लिए जो इन्फॉर्मेशन रिक्विजिट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर चाहिए, अगर वो नहीं होगा तो ऑफिस 365 हो या विंडो हो, वो काम नहीं कर पाएगा।
हाँ, हमको यही एक्चुअली अप्रीहेंशन था उसी लिए।
तो रैम अगर मान लो रैम हमारा कम है और अब 365 या विंडो को रैम ज्यादा चाहिए, तो वो मशीन हैंग हो जाएगा, मशीन काम नहीं करेगी।
हाँ, तो उसका वो सिस्टम स्पेसिफिकेशन कैसे इसका ऑफिस 365
हाँ, वहाँ लिखा हुआ सब। जब से आपने क्लिक करेंगे सिस्टम रिक्वायरमेंट टेस्ट कर सकता है, देयर इज अ टेस्टिंग ऑप्शन देयर, यू क्लिक दैट,
लैपटॉप का रिक्वायरमेंट एक बार स्पेसिफिकेशन
बतला देगा संग टेस्ट को बतला देगा। आई थिंक एनी अदर क्वेश्चन हियर?
Mr. Sunil Jain has few questions. Mr. Sunil Jain, you may please raise your questions.
Yeah,
what
Mr.
are the option of keeping the data on cloud?
See, data, yeah, I'm getting your point. I'm just giving the answer to you. Data, you are looking in what terms? I'm giving example of just like Google Drive.
Yeah.
Google Drive, you can keep your raw data there. Whenever you require, you can download.
What are the options other than Google Drive?
OneDrive is also there. Microsoft OneDrive is also there.
And Dropbox is there.
Dropbox is there. Lot of clouds are there. Some are very free. Very free in the sense up to 1 terabyte they are giving free. After that they will going to charge you. It's just like those information depending on your requirement, you can keep your data. And I presume that our systems are not as safe as this cloud data of Google or Microsoft. They are using the best technology available for protecting those data.
That's why we want to keep the data on cloud, so that anybody can, of our related person, our staff also can connect from any place.
Sir, the basic thing you have to see that what is your requirement. If you're looking at
I want to decentralize the whole thing. That's this type of situation, if again appear, then our staff can work from their home also.
Data is okay, but before you can tell me that what is the requirement of data, how much space you require?
That we have to work out.
Okay, assuming that your data requirement is not more than 1 terabyte.
Yeah.
Okay, if you take OneDrive, Microsoft OneDrive is there.
That will do it.
That will give 1 terabyte storage space, and that can be accessible by anyone, giving the passwords and login ID.
Okay.
And if you want, it doesn't require to scatter in Google Drive or OneDrive. It doesn't require. You can have a data in one place also.
Sanjay,
Yes.
Sanjay,
Yes. Yes.
How my staff, how they will from their home, how they can access the data from my place?
Yes. There is a login ID and password is there. According to that, they can access
in the
it.
cloud. That is okay, but by keeping the data on the hard drive, that data could not be accessed by the staff.
It can be accessed. It can be accessed. I'm telling you how we are doing it. We have got network storage access, network storage there, attached storage. That is around, I told you, the 32 terabyte. That is cloud based. It is cloud based doesn't mean that hard disk is there. Hard disk, everything there, that is remaining in my house, and that is connected with the cloud. So my team member is accessing that through their login ID is there. They're accessing it and they are taking the data. They are working there and then saving those data there in this particular hard disk there, and that is on cloud related. So it is 100% available to all the person who are connected with the ID and password.
Okay, that is what is called network.
Network attached storage. That is in short they call NAS. NAS. I have bought it through Western Digital. It is PR 4100 higher version. But if required, we can have lower version also, subject to suitability or requirement. Okay.
संजय,
Yes.
एक चीज इसमें जैसे इवन गूगल ड्राइव जो अपने जीमेल अकाउंट के साथ में रहता ही है,
हाँ बिल्कुल.
स्टोरेज वाला पार्ट तो अपने उसमें भी कर सकते हैं फॉर द टाइम बिंग.
कौन सा पार्ट?
स्टोरेज का जो पार्ट है,
हाँ बिल्कुल.
में भी रख सकते हैं.
Anyway, what Sir has asked earlier, that they wanted to keep the storage in their hard disk, but he also wanted to get it accessed by the other people outside also.
मैं उनका क्वेश्चन से लिंक नहीं कर रहा हूँ.
हाँ तो कर सकते हैं गूगल में. यस ऑफ कोर्स गूगल ड्राइव हम लोग का प्लानिंग में वी आर यूजिंग गूगल ड्राइव, वन ड्राइव एंड आवर स्टोरेज लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स वी आर यूजिंग इट. सपोज
का भी अपने कैपेसिटी चाहिए तो पेड वर्जन में उसका कैपेसिटी बढ़ा के स्टोरेज वहां कर ही सकते हैं.
संजय, the next point is that storage is okay, you can get it and you can store it. Now suppose you have data you don't want to share with other people, you don't want to share with your staff, or maybe there are 3-4 staff अलग-अलग access का अलग-अलग control का आदमी है, you don't want to allow them to access those data. How will segregate in your Google Drive? Do you have any option there to segregate their access control? You have one account there, that account is connected with your ID password, you have to share that ID password. Now that employee will access it. If some other employee has got the access ID and password, they will again can able to access it. But those data are being shared by all the person who has got ID and password.
No, but Sanjay,
yes,
OneDrive में होता है क्या?
In case of OneDrive, each file and folder, whatever is there, it is to be shared individually to the concerned person.
नहीं, बट लॉगिंग करने का आपका जो आईडी है ना, आप जैसे लॉगिंग करें कहीं पर तो आईडी आपको दिया हुआ है, आप अपने नाम से एक ही आईडी क्रिएट कर सकते हैं ना, वन ड्राइव एक्सेस करेंगे.
मैं लॉगिन आईडी है मेरे वन ड्राइव में, मैंने अपना एक फाइल स्टोर किया. If I give access to somebody, then he can access that file only.
Yeah, that file only. Yes, that is same in the Google Drive. But आप कितना बार बैठ के खुद सबको एक्सेस देते फिरेंगे? अगर आपको
सिस्टम में भी तो वही प्रॉब्लम है ना.
आपको इस सिस्टम में बैठना पड़ेगा और आप ही को संभालना पड़ेगा काम को, तो आप अपना वैल्यूएबल टाइम वेस्ट कर दे रहे हैं ना.
तो संजय भैया,
OneDrive में भी तो एक ही चीज होगा ना, वही चीज होगा.
सेम है.
नहीं संजय भैया,
तो जो तुम बता रहा है, ये जो तुम बताया उसमें वो सेपरेट लेवल वाला.
हाँ, उसमें क्या फोल्डर्स को आप पासवर्ड से लॉक कर सकते हैं और वो एक्सेस के साथ फोल्डर सबको दे सकते हैं. मतलब मेरे यहाँ ऑफिस में सिस्टम क्या, एक एडमिन फोल्डर है, दैट कैन बी एक्सेस बाय मी एंड माय ब्रदर. देयर अदर CA folders are there, they can access by those CA only. And then public folder is there, public folder can access by those articles and other members.
This can be done. Then this is better.
उसके लिए that separate software is required जो तुम बता.
No, this is not software, this is only hardware, pure hardware, no software.
नहीं, वो क्या, वो वेस्टर्न डिजिटल से कुछ बताया ना तुम?
हाँ, Western Digital is the hard disk provider, world number 1 company. You can log in their site and you can number of plethora of different configuration machines are there. As per your requirement, you choose the particular machine and that will solve your problem. I think any more question or shall I go forward now?
I think we should move, sir.
हाँ, Ramesh बोल.
एक क्वेश्चन है.
हाँ, Ramesh बोल.
आज के दिन इतने सारे यूजर आईडी पासवर्ड हो गए हैं कि लोग याद नहीं रख पा रहे हैं।
हाँ,
तो सारे यूजर आईडी पासवर्ड को प्रोटेक्ट करके कैसे रखें जिनका मिसयूज नहीं हो सके।
उसके लिए दो ऑप्शंस है। इफ यू वांट मच मोर सिक्योर तो इनक्रिप्टेड सॉफ्टवेयर आता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड, अलग सॉफ्टवेयर मिलता है, उससे ऑल द पासवर्ड्स आर बीइंग encrypted with encryption keys are there, so nobody can access, even though the somebody access it, they cannot reopen it. This is one. It can be hardware based also, it can be software based also. The third option is that while in the browser in Google Chrome, you have an option to save your password there. That password more or less protected by the Google. If something happened to Google, then your password will be gone to all the person. But normally it doesn't happen. They have got different protection layers are there. If those passwords are being saved in the Google Chrome, from anywhere when you open the Google Chrome machine, you can easily log in there with the different software config wherever you required. Suppose my number of softwares and number of software I'm accessing has got different ID and password. I can't remember those ID and passwords. It is quite impossible. So if you log in those to the TaxSutra में direct tax अलग है, income tax LIC अलग है, तो दोनों का पासवर्ड अगर अलग है ना, तो जैसे लॉगिन करेंगे अपने ऑटोमेटिक पासवर्ड ले लेता है. If I log in from anywhere with my ID, immediately it can give him all the benefit there.
No, every time when we log into some places, mail or something, they ask for, on the screen it comes, do you want to save this password?
Never. In public place, you should be careful.
Okay.
I can discuss those things because those require a lot of precautions. Right now, what is happening? Yesterday, if you've gone through the Times of India paper, there are 2 attacks of ransomware in Calcutta.
Oh.
In professional firm, and they have mentioned it is because of Zoom videos, all this thing, they mention it. But my friend called me. He's a good practitioner, chartered accountant. He's also central auditor. He called me and told me the reason that it is not because of Zoom, something else there, but some phishing attacks were there and somebody's clicked that link. And after clicking that link, malware has been entered in the system and it has encrypted. This is called ransomware. Ransomware. Shyam, can you unmute?
Yes, we are. Hello.
कोई नॉइज आ रही है, उसको अनम्यूट करो, म्यूट करो.
म्यूट करो
सर, कर दिया हूं.
तो ransomware, they have asked for ransomware of 1000 Bitcoin, and I have also faced last years during the course of audit of one of the big client. While doing audit there, what happens? After 1.5 months, some certain files we have taken from clients for our system. Those files were hit with the ransomware. Ultimately, all the Word file has been hit by this ransomware. We have to rework those things for last 1.5 years. Recently, in Microsoft Office, OneDrive is giving this protection for ransomware. You can log in there, you can have your data there in OneDrive. Whenever something happens, you can recover data from OneDrive to your system. Okay, Shyam. Yeah.
संजय, एक मिनट बोलें. ये जो पासवर्ड वाला है, इसमें एक और ऑप्शन है. क्रोम में एक एक्सटेंशन है लास्ट पास बोल के.
हाँ, बिल्कुल है, बिल्कुल.
क्रोम का एक्सटेंशन है लास्ट पास बोल के, तो दैट क्रिएट्स अ डिजिटल लॉकर फॉर ऑल योर पासवर्ड.
Yes, of course, it is there.
That can be.
Chrome में इतना बढ़िया extension है. We'll share certain things with you subsequently. That will increase our efficiency. Lot of things which you are doing manually will automatically do in the Chrome extension. Even tiny PDF is there. The tiny PDF, if extension used in the Chrome, what they are doing it will convert your JPG to PDF, PDF to PPT, PPT to PDF. All this thing can be done from the single click. Even the web browser can be converted to PDF. So all these facilities are there in the extension. Lot of extensions are there. Even one extension is MailTrack. MailTrack give an idea when somebody to whom you have sent the mail has been opened by him or not. The time stamp will come along with the mail that person is open at this time this mail. So that could be a record. Anyway, going further, if any query there, we should move further. Shyam, if you unmute there.
Yes, we are.
So we are going forward.
Okay. Yes.
Now I'm saying feasibility study. There are trade-off between cost and benefit. Using too much of high technology doesn't give too much of advantage. ऐसा नहीं गेट पे अपने ताला लगाया, चोर ने आया, गेट का ताला कैसा काट दिया, गेट खुल गया आपका. So you have to always trade off between the cost and benefit which you are going to get it. And then again you have to judge your infrastructure. Infrastructure means what? Basic minimum infrastructure. Your scanner is there. You require a scanner. You have required some good system. which can take the load of this thing, then you require the storage capacity. These 2-3 things are sufficient to give your system as a paperless. It can start from there. Then work environment, what our professional demand. For example, legal matters require paper. Shyam, can you help me?
Yes, भैया.
एक बार sound बंद कर दो.
कर दिया, सबको mute कर दिया.
The work environment, what our professional demand. For example, legal matter require paper, whereas consulting and reporting can go paperless. I'm saying why, in spite of all this technology advancement we are using, still we are having a control with paper documents. We have certain control registers are there. We are keeping the register for controlling all the information which is moving there. Certain files are coming in office, whether that has been scanned or not, where it has gone, all these initial records are there. So those things are required. We used to have a control through papers only. I presently not belong to this generation, maybe some earlier generations, all these things. So you need to have those controls with you. You are comfortable with paper also. So somewhere down the line, you must have some paper controls. Now coming back to real-time maintenance. You have created a very good infrastructure. You have got all the systems, but then you need to maintain regularly. प्रिंटर का टोनर खत्म हो गया, प्रिंटर में कुछ जाम हो गया, या स्कैनर का कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो गया, या सिस्टम में कुछ बग आ गया. So you need to have people who can, the regular AMC should be there, so they could maintain those things. And with the time, you have to upgrade it. From last 20 years, I have bought lot of machines. Over a year, printer purchase किया, 2 साल बाद देखा printer का utility खत्म हो गया. We have to throw it. So like that, things will have to change and upgrade it. Processor अपने लेते monitor ले ले, monitor processor या computer processor है. With the time, you have to increase the RAM also. And subsequently, you find that machine is not working with the today environment. You have to discard the machine. I have to bought new machine. But while discarding all the equipment where the storage are there, you have to blank those storage. Otherwise, your information will be shared by other people. Just who are buying your storage hard disk, they can misuse it if the information are confidential to you. This is the reality, in my opinion. I found it, but it may vary from person to person. For a small and mid-sized firm, the idea of huge investment and the change is already in place. Robust system, it will require how they are going to change it, become paperless. The availability of resource person also there. Most of the small and medium firms, if they don't have a adequate resource who can look after those in complex IT system, the problem is start that once you install it, subsequently you find usability is not there. You have to close the system or throw it. It happens with us also. We have bought some paperless office software that is called DMS. We start using it. It provides us all the project status. Next day they will give you all the pending status, all these things. But that is again depending on the information fed by the people yesterday. If those information details are not fed by the team member, it is useless to you. You won't be able to get the right information. So updating, you required one particular resource person who will take care of all those things. Then human capital of the firm, it should be ready to adopt the new system, and anyone who is not ready to change will topple the entire system. This is happened with everywhere. Suppose you have biometric system. We have started this biometric attendance there. Now a person need to update certain information which cannot be captured in the biometric in the office. Your team member has gone out of the audit for somewhere else. That information cannot be captured by the biometrics. So your team member, someone in the office has to update that information. At the end of the month, when you are taking the printout from the system, those information remain blank if not updated. So what I mean to say, it is need to be followed by someone regularly, and everybody should be in the same boat, so you can follow in the same path. How we overcome the cost and knowledge barrier, building redundancy, that is very important. You must have redundancy system with you. You must have some different option in case one failure. In our office, we have got lease line also and broadband also. During the last date of income tax return on this ROC, I used to find that one particular internet line is clogging, it's not working. So we have to switch to some other line. Otherwise, we may not be able to complete the deadlines. Like that, you must have some other system, other printer also. Maybe it happens that that particular printer break down because of any other reason. So in that time, you must have other system, other printer who can take care of it. Shyam, if you can unmute, I can have the questions there.
Yes, Bhaiya.
Till now, any questions from any side? Anyone?
Bhaiya, there is one question from Mr. Parmanand Lahoti. What is the safety of the cloud? How much is the data secure on cloud?
As far as I know, this big cloud company like Google, Microsoft, and other this Dropbox, they are much safe. Nothing is safe 100%. If someone is claiming that 100% safe, I doubt. But they are much more capable. They have got much more better resources to safeguard those data. Data is the assets now. But hard copy, but data is the real asset, and those who have data, they are going to win. Data, all business analytics, business decision, Power BI, all being on the base of data. Big data crunching also done on the data. Data gives you new horizon, new idea. So without data, you cannot reach to any conclusion now. And if yeah.
Okay. Continue, please.
Okay.
And one more question from Mr. Arun Jain. Can Tally software with temporary login work from multi-location so that more than one people can use it at the same time?
No, that they have got LAN version. There you can log in from different places. And they have got cloud also. So I'm telling you why. The cloud version only can log in from different places. Okay, if cloud version there, but if you don't have the cloud version, then that machine must be connected. So it only LAN version, if that machine is the same LAN, then it's possible. Otherwise, in cloud version, you can log in from anywhere.
Okay. DNG and Ajit ji has raised his hand. So,
Bole DNG bhaiya.
Yeah, Sanjay.
Bole bhaiya.
Yeah, just for thinking purpose only, for quite 10-15 years back, I was told by some of my IT friends that if you treat this hardware as an investment, so don't do it. You treat these investment in hardware as expenses and think that these expenses are going for 3 years only. After 3 years, you have to change the hardware. If you believe in that, you will be able to upgrade it regularly. This is just for.
That is true. That is true. If that cost we are ready to bear in future, I have told you, this technology is going to change in 18 months. Now technology is changing very fast, not 18 months, 12 months. But even after 18 months, it's okay. But with the time changes, you have to take it like that. You have to change the system after 2 and 3 years. You have to change it. क्या हो रहा है ना, विंडो का जो आपका पहले का वर्जन था, उसके बाद अभी का वर्जन में बहुत बड़ा डिफरेंस है. एग्जिस्टिंग मशीन है ना, वो काम नहीं कर सकती. अगर आप विंडो 10 लोड कर, तो विंडो 10 अगर लोड कर देंगे तो हैंग हो जाएगा, चलेगा ही नहीं. तो उसका रैम ज्यादा होना चाहिए, उसका प्रोसेसर ज्यादा होना चाहिए, तभी जाकर काम करेगा. So it has to be discarded earlier hardware has to be discarded.
Ajit ji is waiting. Ajit Tulshan ji is waiting.
हाँ सर.
बोलिए अजीत भैया.
अच्छा संजय भाई, जैसे इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट से नोटिस मेल टाइम टू टाइम आते रहता है, ऐसा कोई सॉफ्टवेयर प्रोग्राम है जो टाइमली अलर्ट मिल जाए? क्योंकि डेली सब क्लाइंट का लॉगिन करके देखना कि कोई मेल आया है, नोटिस आया है, संभव नहीं है. ऐसा कोई सॉफ्टवेयर या कोई प्रोग्राम है क्या कुछ जिससे कि अलर्ट मिल जाए?
अजीत भैया, इसमें क्या इशू ना, आप कितना एक्सेस देंगे ऑटोमेटेड सॉफ्टवेयर को या किसी टेक्नोलॉजी को, यू आर एक्सपोजिंग रिस्क. अभी क्या होगा कि आपका सिस्टम किसी पर्टिकुलर चीज के हाथ में हो जाएगा, तो कब कुछ अगर कहीं भी हिट करेगा, योर सॉफ्टवेयर, योर मेल आल्सो एक्सपोज टू दैट रिस्क. व्हाट यू कैन डू, इफ यू हैव गॉट योर क्लाइंट मेल, सेपरेट मेल आईडी, you can do one thing. You can use that client mail ID and you can put the forwarding system there in the mail to one of your mail ID. Suppose एक Gmail ID आपने create कर लिया इनकम टैक्स के लिए, आपके क्लाइंट डिफरेंट क्लाइंट के 30 से 40 क्लाइंट अलग है, 50 क्लाइंट का अलग अलग मेल आईडी है, आप वहां से फॉरवर्ड ऑप्शन यूज कर लो, वो सारा मेल आपका जीमेल में आ जाएगा. सो यू हैव टू ओपन वन. यस,
बट इन दैट केस ऑल मेल विल कम देयर ना.
या दैट विल कम बिकॉज़
सारे मेल आ जाएंगे.
नहीं, आप कुछ, हाँ यस, दैट इज दिस देयर, बट आप क्लाइंट
फीचर फैसिलिटी है, लेकिन सभी कर नहीं पाते वैसा. उसमें फीचर कर सकते, सारे मेल नहीं है. इनकम टैक्स के चाहिए तो इनकम टैक्स के सिर्फ फॉरवर्ड होंगे, ऐसा भी है.
अच्छा,
आप अगर चाहेंगे उस पर्टिकुलर मेल को फॉरवर्ड करने के लिए, तो उस मेल को वहां से आया मेल फॉरवर्ड कर सकते हैं. दैट इज देयर इन द सिस्टम सर.
अरे भाई, अभी तो लेटेस्ट ही हो गया है कि वो लोग मेल भेजेगा ही नहीं.
अरे आई थिंक क्लाइंट शुड बी एजुकेटेड ना, टू टेक ट्रैक ऑफ मेल.
That is also there. One part of the slide is there subsequently.
In fact, I have a couple of questions on this one. So continuing from Sanjay Bajuria's question and DN Bhaya's question. Sanjay Bajoria ji said the compatibility of hardware and software. अभी जैसे मान लीजिए Tally 5.4 से अगर हम लोग continue करें, that was working on some other Windows. Now Tally Windows 10 does not recognize Tally 5.4. And if you try Tally ERP ERP on a old machine, that even does not work. So this software compatibility के time पे जब ये लोग upgrade करते हैं, so do they upgrade the data also?
Yes.
Like if someone has 5.4 data, can that data be converted to Tally 9 or ERP data?
Yeah, I'm telling you. Migration utility they have brought migration utility ने brought किया जब उन्होंने Tally 5.4 से jump किया था नया version पे, नया platform पे, तो there was migration utility was there in the Tally, it is there. You can data migrate हो सके नया Tally version में खुल जाएगा.
Even 7.2 to 9 में भी आया था इससे.
7.2 to 9 में आया था, लेकिन 5.4 से मेरे ख्याल से नहीं आया था.
चेक करना
किया नहीं होगा, उन लोगों ने किया नहीं होगा उसको.
But migration utility always there with the upgradation of software. They are doing it always.
Secondly, Sanjay ji also throw some idea that up to what level of offices the one-man army type people do they require? And then I was coming to DNBI's question that if your clients are not even tuned to information technology practices, like I spoke to a few people, or in fact in my office also, I don't have serious inclination of the clients to work during this lockout. In fact, they themselves are not opened offices. They do not have any remote places to work, or they do not have servers at home. So in that kind of condition, who should go for it? Like in the beginning, you said that yes, you have to calculate that who should go. Now, very small offices, if they spend also, and if the clients are not well connected with IT, it will be a futile exercise. Maybe you can plan for some kind of work that during lockdown I'll carry this through cloud, or. But if the clients are not connected, I don't think that it's going to be much useful. So the best part would be that simultaneously we educate our clients to make them IT compliant and IT efficient.
देखिए पहले से तो कुछ चेंज हुआ ही है. Due to this digital filing, e-filing, and all these things, there are some changes in the client's mind. Of course, we have to train them fast.
But yes, sir, not much work is coming from clients' initiation. As far as I have spoken to people, not much work is coming. They are talking over telephone. ये क्या कर लें, ये क्या कर लें. But अभी तक भी मेरे को किसी GST वाले ने नहीं बोला जी GST का रिटर्न हमको लगाना है या
नहीं तो उनके डाटा तो नहीं है ना. Data is not with them.
President, this is the most good learning phase.
Yes.
After this pandemic, I can assure you, most of us will be very learned. Even the client and everybody will more learned, and they will understand the requirement. I have foresight this particular requirement. May not be thinking this pandemic, but I have thinking last few years back. मेरे ऐसा system होना चाहिए जहाँ can work from anywhere. Fortunately on Saturday जब मैंने अपना system put किया तो मुझे कितना time लगा? वो hardly 1 kg का वजन का server है मेरा. At this समय उसको उठा के घर लाना था कोई दिक्कत नहीं. 2 मिनट लगा घर ले आए. System पूरा 15 मिनट install हो गया. And my teams are working. हाँ.
I appreciate the foresight, लेकिन अभी जैसे आपने बताया कि भाई इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी में आपके सिस्टम जो रिडंडेंट हो जाते हैं, इट्स वन टाइम कॉस्ट. लाइक डीएन सर सेड कि जो आप डिस्क लेते हैं वो 3 साल रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर मान के करो. तो एट द एंड यू थ्रो सम लाइट that how much is the one time cost of making a say mid-sized 20% or 25% office to make it paperless or to make it IT compliant. One time cost and then recurring cost. That approximate side you should also appraise the members for their benefit. That is my request.
Sir, okay, I will give you this detail subsequently.
Well, after you finish with hardware, software, and as you said, there should be a resource personnel to take care of the teething problems on day-to-day basis. You give access, you repair the monitor, you repair the hardware, then
that is
not working. So you need a computer, knowledge person. So all those side also you throw some light at the end.
Sure. Okay. Well, I think we'll proceed further.
Yes, please.
Now I'm talking about the implementation part. This is we call real-time implementation. Maybe it varies from people to people. You have to some storage, maybe on cloud or maybe a localized.
Your voice is not audible. Sanjay Bhaiya?
Sanjay
Vikas Parakh ji logged into cloud and the voice went off.
Yes, President.
Sanjay Bhaiya. I
And
think
where did you land up from cloud and Sanjay ji's voice went off? Do something.
Seems Sanjay ji is connected, I think. Yeah, he is disconnected now.
Now he's disconnected, yes.
Now he's disconnected. Even Rajesh ji has suddenly got disconnected. Maybe he'll be rejoining again.
Rajesh Bhaiya has joined again.
श्याम संजय भैया को ज्वाइन करवाओ.
हाँ.
Shyam, can you just call Sanjay ji once?
I'm calling him.
Yeah.
President also left and joined.
नेटवर्क इशू रहता है.
अपग्रेडेशन के लिए गए हुए हैं सर.
उनसे बात हुई, वो बोले इंटरनेट चला गया, वापस रिकनेक्ट करके आ रहे हैं. Vikas bhai, your views. You have joined late.
Yeah, I was actually in another some meeting at that point of time. Sorry to join late.
Actually, nowadays people are more busy.
Yeah, that is true, sir. In fact, when we were earlier at homes, then we had some time to sit also. But now, whenever we are involved in some meeting or the other.
Actually, I don't know if any of you all joined. Yajdi Tantra of BCAG, he had some very wonderful, these very small seminars on Google, how to use them, email, how to use your different things. Those 2 or 3 things are very good. Very small things. How to save passwords, how to do things. It was a very good 3 seminars were there.
उसी में बताया था उसने last pass का.
That is when he had called about LastPass and everything.
LastPass का उसी में बताया था. Gmail यूज करने के लिए भी कई सारा नोट्स लेना और कई सारा.
Right. I'll do that.
This is a great experience. If you have got redundant technology, you can use this broadband has suddenly stuck. So I have to use hotspot now. This is what we are talking about NC. Maybe a connection will be carry on. Okay.
I have muted everyone and I would request everyone to switch off their videos so that bandwidth is low.
Okay, this cloud storage available with you, and email is there. You can use Gmail also, other email provider also. We are using a dedicated email hosting site there. They are providing us quantum storage. Why I'm saying
But your voice is cracking.
Number of emails. Yeah, that is the trouble. I just thinking that this bandwidth is slow. Can you give me a 5 minutes break? I can connect it with my broadband.
Please take, because voice is cracking, so it will be of no use to the person.
Because I'm using this hotspot now. Hotspot may not give you some bandwidth. I think it's connected now. Your voice is now coming properly?
Voice is coming properly.
That is because of hotspot. Anyway, this is email. But while I'm talking about emails, if you have got around 30-40 articles, over the period, maybe next 6 years, your articles will be, each article have one email ID. So each year, assuming that in each third year, those articles are going to have completed the articleship. So other new articles are coming. If that feature is regularly happening, if you have got a limited space and number of email IDs limited, because those companies are charging in per person email IDs and the space are limited. If those things in horizon in advance, you can buy a email hosting site. Those provide you unlimited number of email and unlimited storage capacity, unlimited. So that way you can plan in advance. We are using some cloud server, this email server that gives you unlimited number of email. So whenever our articles transfer or gone out of system, their emails are stored there. Whenever we require, we can access those emails, we can download those informations, and subsequently new articles come, we can create a new ID. Therefore, in each wing in our office, accounts department, and then forensic audit, and then income tax, they have got a separate mains email ID. Subsequently, they have got individual IDs also there. In this way, we create a multiple IDs, and that can help us. Apart from that, there are postmasters also. They can give you multiple ID advantage to you. So this way, you can create this information for future purpose. I think this site is visible, na, Shyam? Software दिख रहा है ना? Shyam? Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, Bhaiya.
Okay. And then human resource management. There are, which recently we are starting using the Microsoft Team. It is available with my Office 365, it's free. And they are providing 1 terabyte of data also. What Microsoft Team is helping us, we have got different channels. You can create different channels. One channel maybe for income tax, one channel for audit, one channel for bank audit, one channel for something else. And there can be team members who can be belong to only that channel. If that channel members cannot access to other channel data's information, you can upload all the information in those particular Microsoft Team that will remain in the OneDrive there, and you can access anywhere, anytime. One. Second issue is that if you open Excel there or Word there, you can correct those files immediately there itself, and that will be saved there itself. So you don't need to download, correct, and then upload it. This is the advantage of working there. It can be share Microsoft Word or Excel. It can be corrected, you can modify it, and you can save it there. And then again, there can be a, just like Zoom, we can have video call, we can share, we can training also. So webinar can be done from there also. Those advantages are with Microsoft Team. Okay. And we have got other software which are using, and this is related to our software integrated, website integrated. This we call it HRMS. All the articles has to upload those leave part, salary part, their leave attendance, their expense reimbursement, and other information they have to upload there only. From there, we can approve those information, their leave or their expenditure. Then automatically will go to account section, and from there payment can be made to them. After that, some online filing softwares are there. Just like Compute Office, we are using it. TaxPro, we have used it, but Compute Office is on cloud-based, so we are finding it much more comfortable to us. Any question here?
No, not as of now.
Okay.
One question.
Sure.
As you said that the vouchers are uploaded or something, some paper is uploaded. In manual system, what do we have? Supposing some objectionable expense or something of that kind, we ask people to remove that paper, or we ask the removes evidence. But in the information technology, probably once uploaded, it will
yes.
remain in record.
Yeah, that is
permanent kind of thing.
No, that you can delete it. That is their option.
Permanent deletion.
There is
without
nothing
retrieval with any software.
Sir, for your information, I can tell you that nothing can you delete from permanently. There are processes to delete from hard disk also. If you have got some kacha account in your hard disk, you have deleted.
I'm not saying kacha account. Supposing that normally bribes are not supposed to be recorded in the books of account. Now, supposing that one new person to the organization, he has uploaded a person that he has given a bribe of 5,000 rupees. Now that voucher naturally cannot be processed.
सर आप नया आदमी से ब्राइब क्या दिलाओगे ना, वो तो आएगा नहीं सिस्टम में. उसको आप दोगे नहीं ब्राइब का काम करने के लिए. Going back next.
There is no permanent system of deletion.
Deletion, see, it is quite difficult. The data are stored in the cloud, and that is not in under control. In that case, if those data can be retrieved, we don't know. We have no idea about those things. Sometimes it happens. If you wrongly delete certain data, you can ask your web service provider. They can retrieve the data and hand it over to again. So under that scenario, we can presume that data are still there. It is not deleted, even though you deleted from the system.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
So that next is my access control within the firm. You have implemented the system, you have done everything, it's okay. Now system is in place, everything working perfectly. But what you are missing here, that your hard papers, those were in the files, other thing now converted into digital data. Those hard paper you can save anywhere in the Almira and room, wherever, but these data are being saved in hard disk and it's open. If you're inside and outside, anyone can access those information. It can play havoc. You need to have a plan access control system where in office. We have got system there whereby certain information can be accessed by only those articles. Just like in, I'm saying NES. NES, certain information I can access only by those articles who have got lower authorization. But wherever the senior partners are there and the chartered accountants are there are other partitions are there where they can access the data. Those are protected. So accordingly, you can plan those things in advance, how to allow access to those people. You cannot allow access to all the data to everyone. Suppose your invoice billing, your tally data where the billings are there, how could you allow access to anyone? In tally even also we have system. We have got entry systems are allowed to one person who can make only entry. He cannot visualize, he cannot view, neither he can edit. Once he enter, even though it is wrong, it will be there. So through this mechanism, we are controlling the access information to him. Safeguarding from external threats, those are the antivirus you are using it. We are using Quickhill as antivirus, window defenders are there. Apart from that, we have got CyberRoam. That is a firewall installed in our office. And that firewall gives access control to our members, these team members. Some members are not allowed to access Yahoo and other sites, and some are allowed depending on the requirement. So through this method, we are controlling their access into different sites. Normally what happens, if you allow open to anyone, they are going to download the movie, they are using your bandwidth for downloading other issues. Unnecessary, that bandwidth is lost, moreover, time is lost. And you need to save yourself from invisible enemy, just like ransomware, somebody accessing your system. Recently, last year, what happens, we have got CCTV system in our office and that we can access from outside also. Suddenly one day I found my CCTV system has gone and there's something different is coming up. Some names, other thing happen. The system is fully hacked. Then I come to know if somebody, that risk is exposed, somebody can access and look at my office, what are the information there, how many people are working, all those things can be possible and can go out of your hand. Coming back to data source, which I have discussed how to store those data. I have spoken about the NAS. NAS is basically network attached storage. This capability you can have within your house, and this is online also. Cloud-based, you can access it from anywhere. And if we are looking for, we are not looking for those big information, those storage, we can have external backup drive. It is also very easy to keep backup of your some of the few systems, and there are software in those hard disks. They can, with the time, they can access those files in the different systems and can have a backup either weekly or monthly or fortnightly, or that can be incremental backup also. So according to your requirement, you can have those backups. Then server, which you have spoken about, servers are in our office. Those are basically offline. Once they are on, the connected computers can work on that. Cloud storage, cloud is scalable, cost factor is very small, and whenever you require, you can access from anywhere. I think there are some questions on this. Shyam?
Yes, sir.
Can you unmute if some questions are there on this particular storage? I think a lot of questions are there.
I'll just allow participants to unmute. If anybody wants, they can unmute themselves.
Yeah, this is Rajendra Rampuria.
Yeah.
Rajendra Rampuria. I have a question regarding online servers, whether it is cost effective for our small or medium firms. Because considering this COVID-19, we may have to opt for that.
Yeah, you are true. You are correct. Microsoft Azure, yes, I think few days before Mr. Bhatia has spoken about this thing. They are providing virtual server, that is virtual machines. They are in the cloud, so you don't need to any hardware infrastructure. You can from a browser, you can log in there, and you can just like a machine, you can work there. All the requirements are available there, so you can utilize those online virtual servers.
What would be the speed? Have you used it, sir?
No, I have not used it. I know about the server, but since I believe in having control in my hands, so preferably this is my understanding. So I just don't want to use from outside. So that's why I'm not using that Azure, Microsoft Azure servers.
But he was recommended it. Bhattacharya was recommended it. No?
Yeah, that machine is, this is basically virtual machine. You don't need infrastructure, you don't need anything. You just log in from a browser and then you can start working like you are working your machine.
Sir, if I may add, he was not recommending. When I put up a question that Tally cannot be shifted to cloud, then he said that through virtual machine you can go to that. So I think virtual machines, he said that cost will be around each machine 4,000 to 5,000 rupees per month.
Oh.
It is also very high. If we are on virtual machine, the cost part is also very high, as he said.
No, virtual machine is not one-time cost. Virtual machine is your progressive cost. Say you are paying for 1 year. You are paying for 1 year. Now I'm coming to DNVR questions. You bought an hardware that cost around 50,000, 40,000, whatever may be the cost. After 3 years, that become obsolete. But in this scenario, you are paying incremental cost also there in with along with the per month. So after 3 years, you will remain contemporary. Even that time, all the machines will be the same level which they are running anywhere. That is the advantage.
One more question, Sanjay Bhaiya. We can also opt for that remote desktop for our servers only.
Could you repeat again?
We can access our offline servers through remote desktop in Windows server. That would be also possible, provided we have a static IP in our offices.
Yeah, static IP is required.
Yeah.
That is required. I have got this information subsequently. I'm next 2-3 slides. It is there. Static IP is very helpful. Even this Airtel broadband, they are providing 2 or 3 static IP. If that is static, what happens in normal broadband? This IP is dynamic. Suppose you start this IP, some IP is coming. After you log out and again you log in, and different IPs address is coming. So that we call dynamic IP. All the broadbands are providing this your dynamic IP. But if you insist on this static IP, they are taking very small charge. They will provide the static IP. Once that static IP feed in the other system, they will remain connected with all the, we are in cloud, this CompuSoft, we are using static IP. My other office is using with the static IP connected with my CompuSoft. Any other question?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Sanjay.
हाँ dear, मैं बोलिए.
If you are storing in cloud,
yes,
storage, do we need to have backup in hard disk in offices?
Backup is always important. I'm telling you why. If suppose something happened, there 99% is it's okay, but still 1% probability is there. And if something happened, just like it's Corona, COVID-19, nobody has thought about this COVID-19. Everybody are thinking they are safe, they have got all the vaccine and they are really enjoying the life. But suddenly this Corona came. If something happened there with the cloud storage also, so your data will gone. Now, but still they are maintaining data in different throughout the world. They are maintaining a different server. So that's safe, but still the chance is that data may go. Nobody can 100% sure that data will be there. So it make a good practice to back up all the information in a regular basis, maybe fortnightly or monthly. You need to back up those things.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now challenges. What are the challenges we can face while implementing this paperless office? First is change. How to change the people resistance is there for changing. Even you brought some changes in the system also, your work team members resist to change those changes. That is the first and major problem we have to handle. As we heads and vital personnel in our organization, we should ensure that we are ready for the change and will actually implement and adhere to the system. I personally feel that in my office, we brought some new software, new technology. We have to train them for at least fortnightly a month and then regularly follow them. You please update the information. You please go with these things and like that. If you just leave those software for their desire, it will never be. They will never accept those softwares. So for getting those software useful, you need to change their attitude and continuously follow them so that they become habituated of using those softwares. Planning. Just jumping into implementation process will definitely lead to critical system failure. We need to ensure that redundancy and safeguards are in place even before the system goes online to ensure complete data security. That we have already discussed. You must have some backup there always, so that in case one fail, you have second system to support you. Then continue effort. Paperless is not one-time event. You install all this infrastructure, all the system, you have people, but still you have to continuously follow the systems, and all the times you have to watch that whether they are following it or not, and maximum they are using it or not, so that it can be fully and truly utilized by all the people. Now coming to what we are using, some of the things we can share, and I have my knowledge on those things. I can share those information with you. We have got firewall in our office. That is, the lease lines and broadband is coming to that in our office. First they go to cyber roam. Cyber roam have a system of taking 2 or 3 lines at a time. They will share the load. In my office, suppose there are 25 computers, all of them are accessing in the system at a time. What happens? Your bandwidth is now getting clogged. That becomes very slow. So their particular machine, cyber roam, is sharing that particular load. According to requirement, they will share the load in the different system, different line, lease line or broadband. One. Second, it controls the access also. As just I have told you that my articles are not allowed to go for this particular site or particular this sites. So that particular access is not allowed to those people. And wherever some other senior person, they are allowed to go for Google or somewhere else, so they can access as per their requirements. Like that, this we have control, this access control and firewall firewalls are there in my office. You must, when you're going for paperless, you must have broadband with high speed. And if it is with a static IP, it is really good. Static IP will help you to connect your software, those which are in cloud, though they are located in your system, but still you can access from outside also with the help of static IP. Then biometric attendance. You are still using the manual attendance. Your people are coming and signing there, but at the same time, if you have got biometric attendance with either with finger scanner biometrics or with your eye scanner or with the RFID card, they will give you attendance, and at the end of the month you can take a printout. Accordingly, you can pay their salary. A good color duplex scanner. I told you about the scanners. A scanner, if that particular paper go and in a once time they scan both the side, it is always good for you. Apart from that, for the other scanner, multifunction printers, they have got scanners. They can also duplex, but duplex scanner is a bit costly. If you have got MFN, HP or anyone, but they are having a one-side scanner, that can also serve a purpose. Next, we are using for PR4100, which I described you earlier also. It is scalable, it is RAID-based, and this is access in cloud. So we are very much satisfied with this particular product, but I am not advocating any product here. And then we have got commercial printer, Konica. We earlier used to have a lot of HP printers. My experience said that with HP, those printers, every time we have to refill those cartridges, and again some problems are there. Their resources are very limited. After 300-400 पन्ना 1000 पन्ना के बाद में प्रिंटर खराब हो जाता था, उसका कुछ हेडर चेंज करो, कुछ चेंज करो. So we bought this printer and we are satisfied. One single filling give around 10,000 or 12,000 pages, one single cartridge. So this way we can save our resources also and time also. These are the some of the software I am using it. Shyam, can you unmute here? Shyam?
Yes, Bhaiya, I'll do it.
I think you have got some questions here.
And right now, not in chat box, but I will allow participants to unmute if they have.
Sanjay ji, what is the cost of these Corona printer cartridges, which give 10,000 prints?
It is around, I think, 1,900, 2,000 like that price.
It is not Corona cartridge, sir.
Konica.
Yes, sir. Now, in the peak of Corona, everything is sounding Corona. Right, sir.
If you have got too much of printing requirement, you must have some commercial printer. Otherwise, this SP and other thing will not support you. And some of the software we are using, this one is Grammarly. I found it very useful. It will give you idea कि आपका spelling कहाँ गलती है, उसको correct कर सकता है. I just wanted to show you something. Okay. I think you can see this screen. Shyam?
Bhaiya, you need to once do stop screen sharing and then again share.
Okay. I'm doing it. I think now it's visible.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can see on the left side, this particular word is there. Na? That's the wrong spelling. I've intentionally done it. Okay. This gives you correct spelling. You can see the THE, the. If you click it, they will correct it. The help spelling I intentionally put wrong. They will give you idea that correct it. Away. Never. Then we are wanted wide or wild. So as per your requirement, we can put the wide. Then meeting wrong spelling was there, it will complete the meeting spelling. It can correct the sentence also. If you put a wrong sentence in active passive voice, it will say you can change it. So this software is free. You can use a Chrome extension. Okay, Grammarly you can use your word also. It will correct the word also. Then Adobe Acrobat DC, I have bought this software license version also as well as the cloud version also. So it can do in various machines. It can be used. There are tiny.pdf. It converts JPG to PDF or PDF to PPT or PPT to PDF. You can compress the file also. Sometimes it happens that your particular Adobe file is a big size. It cannot be uploaded as per the requirement. So this particular software, you compress the file size also. HRMS we are using for this leave reimbursement, which I have spoken to you earlier. Our team members are uploading those information there. Accordingly, after downloading and we will allow those things, then they can go for leave or other expenditure. Office 365 already spoken about these things. Microsoft Team, I think you can use this Microsoft Team. It is very useful. Keeping all your member in a particular area. Even even you put one particular mail immediately, it will flash in his particular either mobile, Android mobile or this Apple mobile or in desktop. It is very good software. It is free. It is coming free with the your Office 365 along with 1 terabyte hard disk. Google Drive, online cloud storage, OneDrive, then cloud-based taxation software. Any question now?
No, Bhaiya.
These are the few major advantages: saving of space, availability of information anywhere. During this pandemic, lot of information we can have it from our system because those were in the cloud. Our team member can able to work as per from their home. Believe me, tomorrow going to happen after May also. Work from home concept is now future. Whether we like it or not, we have to accept this reality. Government is also going for this thing. Income tax, lot of things are have to upload those things. They may use tomorrow Skype, other media through which they can your representations and your scrutiny cases can be handled from there also. Then storage cost is very lesser than the storage cost of hard copy. Physical files will require a lot of space. Those can be possible to scan and keep those files in the hard disk. This is all from my end. If you've got any question, I can share. I can from my most of my knowledge capability, I will answer those questions. President, you take over.
People can unmute themselves if they want to ask anything. There is one question from Mr. Surendra Joshi. Can you name any good software for speech to text?
Earlier we are using Dragon software was there.
Dragon was very good.
That we are using earlier, but now we don't require. Nowadays, everybody is computer heavy, savvy.
Yeah, I would just like to add, if you want to do that, we can do it in our mobile only.
Yeah, that is
Mic
there.
option, it's too good.
Google.
It's too good.
Yeah, that is there. Google Speech is there. All these things are there.
Yeah.
I think no more question is there. Chat.
No. Any more questions?
Yeah, मैं तो जरा thank you. Nothing but so beautifully presenting our requirement, and I told President some few days back, and immediately he's back with the things before us. It's very useful because practical aspects are discussed here.
I have tried to share my working experience.
Yeah, that is True from horse's mouth, na.
Thank you.
So it's carry weight.
Thank you, DN sir. In fact, I was also of the view that we should bring somebody who can share first-hand, meaning on-hand experience, rather than talking theoretical. So that is why, since I know that he is into this and he has made his office more or less paperless, so I requested him to deliver it.
President,
any more questions?
President, one question I forgot to answer. You asked the cost. You have asked about the cost. See, if
one-time cost as well as recurring cost in a setup of about 25 people, which is generally, to my concept, usual offices in Calcutta for professionals is of that type. So, in those kind of offices, what will be one-time cost and what will be the recurring cost?
Leaving computer system depending on the requirement. I'm not talking about those things, but printers, scanners, and other systems hardly take you more than 1,50,000 maximum. A good quality, maximum 150 lakhs. Running cost may be depending on your requirement, maybe 4,000, 5,000 to 10,000 a month. If requirements are higher, it can be higher, but lower side, it will be 3,000 to 4,000 sufficient to cover almost all the software. If suppose you have got 25 people, so if you required Office 365 for all the systems, in that case, the required cost will be a bit higher, but still
5 times.
So, but still, cost is not too much. Looking at the benefit we are getting from them.
Right.
If suppose I have got this NAS which we purchased, it is costing around 1,20,000 something, including hard disk. But if you have got cloud, in cloud, if your requirement of 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte, that cost is much less. Hardly few hundred rupees in a month. So compared to that, you can choose of how much cost I'm going to pay and how much benefit I have.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, any more questions from anybody? Well, there were no more questions. So, thank you, Sanjay ji, for what I will call it user-friendly.
Sir, whether speaker is available online for any suggestion, advice?
Sir, he's available online, offline, whatever line you call it. Convener of DTP Study Circle, and he has to be on call. But for formal conclusion,
no, Ajit Bhaiya raised an issue. I think he raised that.
Please. Ajit ji, please carry on.
संजय भाई, क्या सर्वर घर पे और ऑफिस दोनों जगह लगा सकते हैं क्या? कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं क्या?
कर सकते हैं, but then you have to synchronize. You have to put synchronization software. So it will again, the cost of internet will be there, na? Your data, when data are being synchronized from your office to your local server, what happens? All the data are being copied there and again from that machine to that machine. So cost of internet will always be there. You need to have a very good high-speed internet. And moreover, at what time you want to synchronize the data? Suppose I am giving example in the bank. In the bank, in a branch earlier, now that they have got CVSO data servers are there in their head office. But when the CVS were not there, so they have got redundant machine in their branch. 2 parallel machines are working. Even one machine fail, the other machine automatically take over. The data continuously synchronized. I have spoken about the RAID. This is called RAID system where data are always synchronized. Even that one machine fail, immediately second machine take up. So like that, your server is placed in far away. One is your Deloitte office, one is your residence. That need to be synchronized, and once it is synchronized, depending on your requirement frequency, if those are synchronized, data will be updated on both the server.
इसमें कॉस्ट क्या पड़ जाएगा अंदाज सर, यदि एक अपने हिसाब से?
सर्वर कॉस्ट बाकी इंटरनेट बहुत सस्ता, कोई महंगा नहीं आज के दिन में.
रफली एक बार आइडिया.
Roughly, आपका जो डाटा कितना मुझे आइडिया नहीं है. How much data you have to synchronize? Suppose you have got very heavy workload in the office, and then it is being backup in the system in the residence. So depending on the data volume, internet cost बहुत महंगा नहीं है. Even 300 GB and Airtel, they are giving around 40 MBs, around 1,000 rupees, so like that. So I don't think too much of data required for that.
सर, इस तरह 1.5 महीना घर पे बैठने की बजाय तो वो कॉस्ट इनकर करना तो मेरे ख्याल से वाइज.
ये लर्निंग हम लोग पेंडेमिक के बाद सीखे ना. पेंडेमिक के बाद सीख रहे कि बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है.
सर ऑनलाइन जाने के बाद बहुत चीज बचेगा आपको, एक कॉस्ट बचाने के लिए. ये कॉस्ट आपका जो लगेगा उसके बदले में बहुत कॉस्ट बचेगा भी. तो
इसीलिए तो
बिल्कुल
आज आईटी कंपनी इतना आप वर्क फ्रॉम होम कर रही है तो उनका कॉस्ट तो काफी बचता भी है.
उनका शुरू से प्लानिंग किया हुआ था सर, इस तरह से
हाँ।
वर्क फ्रॉम होम का अपना प्लानिंग नहीं किया हुआ
क्योंकि
था।
उनका क्या है कि पेपर उनके यहाँ कुछ होता ही नहीं ना, देयर इज नथिंग कॉल्ड पेपर इन दोज ऑफिसेस।
You can do one thing from the beginning. You start doing scanning of the documents once they enter your office. If that scanner and one staff is dedicated for scanning the documents, and you ask him to, I forget about, I've told about the filing. If you ask your staff who is doing the scanning to put that particular this particular documents in PDF or JPG, whatever it may be, in particular file, and you can access those files. Anybody can from other team member can access those files. They will take away those information for their next level. So if you start from zero level, that in reception, the machine is there. Whatever documents are coming related to your office, this profession, you ask him to scan, not other documents. I'm not talking about other documents, you scan it. But those related to your profession, you start scanning those documents. Immediately that digitization process start. From there, you can start your digitization. And now onwards, you can carry forward those fundamentals that all the documents are scanned. After years or two, you will find every documents are being scanned. After the end of the audit, we have got volumes of file. We scan all those files with the index, and those files are scanned and kept in a particular folder along with the client's other working files. So even after 3-4 years, we want to say query will come. I can tell you one thing. This year, 148 notice may be dropped by the government because of COVID pandemic, but they can still reopen after 3-4 years of those cases. So unless you have got that data with your system, you cannot easily retrieve. You will be in a position not to answer those informations. That will help you.
एक और चीज बताइए संजय भाई, जैसे इतने जर्नल मैगजीन इतने नोट्स वगैरह जो आते हैं, इसको स्कैन करके किस तरह से रखा जाए कंप्यूटर में सेव करके?
सबका सॉफ्ट कॉपी मिलता है,
सबका ई कॉपी आता है ना,
सबका सॉफ्ट कॉपी, अपना इंस्टीट्यूट का जनरल का सॉफ्ट कॉपी आता है, अपना सीटीसी मेंबर का जो भी आता है सॉफ्ट कॉपी है, बीसीजे का भी सॉफ्ट कॉपी है। आपको उसके बाद जो सिटी आईटीआर वगैरह का भी आजकल आप टेक्सटमेंट साइट एक्सेस कीजिएगा, आपको सारा डिटेल मिल जाएगा।
अपना डीटीपी का भी निकलने वाला है।
Yes sir, I was about to intervene that very shortly you will get DTPS e-journal also. Very shortly, maybe by day end or tomorrow.
So we are running parallelly with the time. It's great.
Yes.
Thank you Sanjay bhai.
Thank you
Sanjay ji for wonderful user friendly deliberation. It was an interactive session, good interactive session at a very ground level and very beginners level. So all of us benefited from this deliberation. I thank you very much personally, and I request Rajesh ji to propose a formal word of thanks, although not required because he is a parallel office bearer, but we will do our rituals, and please propose a formal word of thanks.
Good evening to everyone. On behalf of DTP and myself, I thank Usli Sanjay Poddar, our own member and convener of our study circuit, for giving a wonderful deliberation and interactive session.